You don't need another kitchen decluttering tip. You need to understand why the clutter keeps coming back even after you've cleaned it 100 times. In this video, I'm not giving you a list of 100 ways to fold a towel or stack your pans. Instead, I'll walk you through a few small habits easy to do, not exhausting, that actually keep your kitchen organized even when life gets hectic. Because the kitchen isn't just where you cook, it's where your day begins. It's where your child says, "Mom, I'm hungry." It's where you land after a long, overwhelming day. Is there something in your kitchen you've kept just because you might need it someday? Tell me what it is in the comments. I promise you're not the only one. Let's start with something you can do in less than a minute, and it'll save you hours of future decluttering. If you keep finding random kitchen tools you don't remember buying, it's probably not a storage problem. It's a decision fatigue problem, and half of those decisions start in your inbox or mailbox. Those glossy catalogs, the emails promise that one perfect tool that will change how you cook. You see a gorgeous baking pan and suddenly think, maybe I'll start making quiches every weekend. But here's the truth. You're not shopping for the item. You're shopping for a version of yourself you wish you had time to become. So let's cut the root. Toss the catalog. Don't open it. Just walk it straight to the recycling bin. Unsubscribe from the brands that keep sending you those limited time tools. Move promo emails to spam, or better, set a filter so you never see them. You are not missing out. You are protecting your time, your space, and your peace. What's one brand in your inbox you could let go of and never miss? Because the less you let in, the less you'll have to manage later. And speaking of less, in the next part, we'll talk about clearing what's already here. From tools you never use to habits that quietly create more mess than you realize, including how to keep things clean without scrubbing all weekend. Simple shifts, real life, no pressure. Let's keep going. Let's look at the stuff that came with something else, and you kept it just because it was in the box. You know the kind of things I'm talking about, that little plastic ladle that came with the soup pot, the rice measuring cup that came with the cooker, even though you use a different one every time. Or the mini whisk, the cleaning brush, the silicone mat, all the random bits that were included as extras. Most of us never chose these items. They weren't part of the plan. They just showed up, and somehow we feel obligated to make room for them. Why? Because it feels wrong to break up a set. Or we think, well, maybe one day I'll need it. But here's the reality. If you didn't need it this past year and you didn't go looking for it, there's a good chance it's never actually been useful to you. Keeping something just because it came in the box is like storing the hanger that came with the dress. It was helpful for delivery. That's it. And there's a hidden cost. Every drawer you open and have to dig through these extras, that's one more moment of friction in your day. One more little mental load that makes your kitchen feel more cluttered than it needs to be. So here's your small shift. Next time you open a drawer or cabinet, take 30 seconds to pull out any tool or attachment you haven't used in the past 6 months, especially if it came bundled with something else. Ask yourself, am I keeping this because I use it or just because it was included? If it's the second one, it's safe to let it go. You're not losing anything. You're gaining space and clarity. Because your kitchen shouldn't be full of tools that exist just to make a product look more complete. It should be full of things that actually help you. Letting go of the extras doesn't mean you're wasteful. It means you're choosing what truly earns a place in your home. Now let's talk about the surfaces you see every single day, but probably stop noticing. Your kitchen counters. Take a moment and actually look at them. How many things are sitting out not because you need them, but because they've just always been there? The coffee pod rack, the blender you swore you'd use for morning smoothies, the knife block that holds 8 knives when you really just use one. For me, it was a bread machine. I kept it out for months. It was bulky, but I told myself it was worth the space because I'd use it on weekends. The truth, I used it twice. Then life got busy and it sat there reminding me of one more thing I wasn't doing. It wasn't helping. It was just sitting in my way, collecting dust and guilt. That's what clutter on the counter does. Even when it doesn't look messy, it still takes up mental space. Every time you walk into the kitchen, your brain has to process everything it sees. Should I move that? Should I wipe this? Maybe I'll deal with that later. But later rarely comes, and the counter stays crowded. So here's a simple shift that will instantly change how your kitchen feels. Only keep out what you use every day. If you make coffee every morning, leave the machine. If you use your air fryer once a week, that doesn't count, find a shelf or cabinet for it. That fruit bowl that's turned into a key drop, maybe it's time for a small tray by the door instead. The goal isn't to make your kitchen look minimal, it's to make it feel manageable. Because when your counters are clear, your brain is too. It's easier to wipe down, easier to cook, easier to start. You don't have to be strict, but give every item on your counter a job, a daily job. If it doesn't earn its place, give it a break. Your kitchen doesn't need to be picture perfect, but it should let you breathe. And sometimes a little more space is the only thing standing between you and a calmer day. Let's be honest, most of us have that one drawer, the one we open fast and close even faster. Usually it's the utensil drawer, or the crock next to the stove. You think, oh, it's just a few spoons, no big deal. But over time, that small space turns into a clutter magnet. I'll admit it, mine used to be bad. Wooden spoons, 3 spatulas, a garlic press. I never used one lonely chopstick that didn't even have a pair. It got to a point where grabbing a single whisk meant lifting 5 other things. And the worst part, I didn't even realize it. Because it's such a small area, I kept telling myself it wasn't worth the effort. But small clutter still creates stress, especially when you're mid-cooking, your hands are messy, and you have to dig for the one tool you actually use. So here's the mindset shift. If you wouldn't reach for it with your eyes closed, it probably doesn't need to be there. Grab 5 minutes, open the drawer, dump out the crock, and look at what's really there. Ask yourself, do I actually use this? When was the last time I reached for it? Do I have duplicates and only ever use one? You might be surprised how many extra or just-in-case tools are hiding in plain sight. And here's the thing, you don't have to throw everything out. Just move the extras. Put the backup tongs in a bin. Store that 4th spatula somewhere else. Keep your daily tools easy to grab. Because when your everyday tools have room to breathe, your kitchen works with you, not against you. Don't underestimate small spaces. Decluttering one drawer can save you 5 tiny frustrations a day. And that adds up to time, energy, and a kitchen that actually feels like your space again. There's one habit that has completely changed how my kitchen feels. And no, it's not fancy bins or color-coded labels. It's this, put things away right after you use them, even if it's just a spoon. I know, it sounds basic, almost too simple. But if you've ever found yourself standing in a kitchen full of dirty dishes and random items left out, wondering how it got this bad so fast, this is probably why. Here's what used to happen to me. I'd make lunch, leave the spoon in the sink because I'll wash it later. Then I'd make tea and the teaspoon would join it. Then dinner prep started and suddenly the cutting board, knife, oil bottle, and spice jars were all sitting out. And by 7 p.m., it looked like I'd cooked for a party of 10. But really, it was just me avoiding 5 seconds of cleanup each time. The problem isn't the mess itself. It's the mental weight of seeing it pile up. Because even when you're not actively dealing with it, your brain is. It's quietly tracking every dish, every item, every task you haven't finished yet. That low-grade tension builds throughout the day until the kitchen becomes a place you want to escape from, not enjoy. So here's the shift. Start treating the end of the task as part of the task. Use a spoon to stir your coffee. Wash it, dry it, put it back, chopped a tomato. Rinse the board, wipe the counter, put the knife away. Even if it takes 30 seconds, do it now, not later. You'll notice something strange happens. Your kitchen stops getting messy because instead of one big cleanup session at night, you're doing tiny resets throughout the day. And the best part? It's not about being perfect. It's about giving yourself a space that stays manageable, no matter how busy the day gets. You're not doing this for the kitchen, you're doing it for you, so that when you walk in later, you don't feel like you're already behind. A clean counter doesn't mean you had a slow day. It means you gave your future self a small gift over and over again. Let's talk about the pantry, not the Pinterest version. I mean your pantry, the shelf where cereal bags are half closed, cans are stacked in strange places, and there's probably something expired hiding way in the back. I avoided mine for a long time. It felt like too much work, too many decisions, and honestly, I didn't want to face the waste. But one day, I had this moment. I opened the pantry and thought, why does it always look full? But I never have anything to cook. So I set a timer for 20 minutes, that's all. I didn't pull everything out. I just picked one shelf. And in that little section, I found 2 open boxes of the same crackers. A sauce I bought for a recipe I never made. A bag of rice I forgot I even had. And yes, something that expired in 2021. It was weirdly satisfying to just deal with that one space. Not the whole pantry, just a piece. Since then, I've done it a little at a time, maybe one shelf a weekend. And I've learned a few things along the way. First, I stopped trying to make it look pretty. Now I organize by how we actually eat. Breakfast stuff in one spot. All the baking supplies together. Snacks down low so the kids can reach them. Simple. No matching containers needed. One thing that really helped was making a little use me first basket. That's where I toss anything close to expiring or already opened. Then when I plan meals, I check that basket first. It saves food and it saves money. And when I do find expired stuff, I throw it out without guilt. Because keeping something I won't eat doesn't undo the waste. It just makes me feel worse every time I see it. Your pantry doesn't have to be perfect. But it should make sense for how you live now, not for the version of you who used to bake every weekend or plan to try 5 new grain bowls. Even clearing just one shelf gives you a sense of control. Not over the whole kitchen, just over something. And sometimes, that's exactly what we need to feel like we're not drowning in the day-to-day. All right, pantry's handled. Now let's open the door most of us avoid, the fridge. I'm not proud of this, but I've absolutely opened mine before and thought, wait, when did we even eat this, or worse? What was this? The fridge has this weird way of collecting guilt. Half a jar of sauce from a recipe you never repeated. Leftovers you meant to finish. A sad bunch of cilantro turning into brown mush in the back. And the freezer. Let's not even talk about the freezer. I once found a Ziploc bag of something that looked like soup, but I honestly couldn't tell what kind. I used to wait until it got really bad, like sticky shelves and mystery smells bad, before I'd deal with it. And every time I'd say, oh, this is going to take forever. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Now I just do one small thing at a time. If I'm already putting groceries away, I'll check the crisper drawer. If I'm waiting for the pasta water to boil, I'll glance through the condiments. It takes maybe 3 minutes, and it keeps things from getting out of hand. Here's the other trick that helped. Every now and then, especially after a big shop, I do a quick sweep. One thing I know we're not going to eat. Gone. Sauce that's been open for 3 months. Toss it. Something expired. I don't overthink it anymore. I just get rid of it. And when I'm feeling really on top of things, I'll wipe one shelf. Not all of them. Just one. Because once that shelf is clean, the whole fridge feels more manageable. It's like a little win I can build on later. So no, you don't need to deep clean the whole thing today. But maybe tonight after dinner, you toss one weird leftover or wipe that sticky spot you've been ignoring. That's enough to feel like you did something. A clean fridge doesn't have to mean perfect mom energy. Sometimes it just means you opened the door and didn't sigh. If you've ever gone to the store for just a few things and walked out with 3 bags, only to realize when you get home that you forgot the one thing you actually needed, you're not alone. I used to keep my grocery list on a scrap of paper when I remembered to write one. Other times I'd try to just remember. Spoiler, I never did. And it wasn't just frustrating, it was expensive. Because I'd end up with 2 extra bottles of soy sauce, 5 cans of beans, and no milk. So I started something simple, and it's made grocery shopping way easier. Now I keep a running grocery list on my phone in the Notes app. But here's the part that changed everything. I organize it by store. Just basic headers. Costco, Trader Joe's, Target. Each time we run out of something, I add it under the right store. So if I finish the last almond milk, I drop it under Costco. If the kids go through all the granola bars, that goes under Trader Joe's. No overthinking, just type and move on. Then when I do go shopping, I don't waste time guessing where I saw something cheaper or wondering what I forgot. It's all there in one place, and it actually matches how I shop in real life. Another thing I do, after each trip, I delete the items I bought, and the list is always ready for next time. It's not pretty, it's not color-coded, but it works. And it's not just about efficiency. It's about feeling less scattered in your own kitchen. Knowing what you have, what you need, and where to get it takes a surprising amount of stress out of the week. You don't need a meal plan for every single day, but you do need a system that keeps your brain from holding all the pieces, because life is already full. Let the grocery list live somewhere other than your head. Alright, this last one is part experiment, part eye-opener. If you ever look at your kitchen and think, why do I have so much stuff but still feel like I can't find what I need? This is for you. Here's the idea. Take everything out of one cabinet. Not the whole kitchen, just one, a shelf, a drawer, whatever feels doable. Then only put back the things you know you use regularly. The rest? Put them in a box bin or even a reusable grocery bag. Label it, set it aside somewhere, closet, garage, wherever. And here's the key, leave it for a month. Go about your cooking like normal. If you need something from that box, take it out and use it, no guilt. But at the end of the month, take a look at what's still in there. If it sat untouched for 4 weeks, it's probably not something you need in your daily kitchen. That's how I realized I didn't need 5 mixing bowls or that extra set of measuring cups I kept just in case. They weren't bad items, they just weren't doing anything for me. And it's funny, I used to think decluttering meant being ruthless. But this way, it doesn't feel like a purge. It feels like an honest check-in. No pressure, no immediate decisions, just time and observation. And you know what happens? When those items aren't in the way anymore, your space starts to breathe. You reach for things more easily. You stop knocking over that pan you never use. Cooking feels smoother, and so does cleaning up. Sometimes we hold on to things just because they've always been there. This gives you a chance to see what life feels like without them. You can always bring something back if you really miss it, but most of the time you won't. So if your kitchen has felt heavy lately, too full, too chaotic, too hard to manage, I hope these small shifts helped you feel a little more in control. You don't need a bigger kitchen. You just need a space that fits how you actually live right now. Not how you hoped you'd be or what the catalog said you should want. And remember, it's not about doing everything at once. It's about noticing what's not helping anymore and letting it go, one shelf, one drawer, one habit at a time. If you've made it this far, I'm so glad you're here. You're not lazy, you're not behind, you're just someone who's ready for home to feel lighter. In the next video, I'll show you a few simple ways to keep your bathroom clean without the constant scrubbing. We'll also talk about easy, eco-friendly swaps that still get the job done so your space feels fresh without harsh chemicals. If that sounds helpful, I'd love to see you there. And if this video gave you a little relief today, even just one idea, feel free to share it with a friend, or subscribe for more calm, doable ways to reset your home. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.